Yo, what is going on, everybody? This is RBT and welcome back to another Madden rebuild. Today, we are going to be doing something that's relatively difficult because if you guys missed my video on Friday, I explained how EA has ruined franchise mode. I'm probably uploading this on Tuesday, so maybe, just maybe they fix it on Monday in a potential patch, but if they haven't, they've kind of screwed up rebuilds, trades, franchise mode in general. So if you guys missed it, they have completely removed the trade meter from franchise. So when you're attempting a trade, it just doesn't pop up. So you have no idea how interested a team is in a potential deal, which makes it almost impossible to trade because you don't know exactly how much else they need from a trade, how much they want from you. You might be overspending if you actually make a trade go through. So it's hard. It's freaking hard. It completely takes away a ton of awesome ideas I had on the channel, but they said they are looking into it because it was a mistake, so hopefully they do fix it pretty soon. But today, we're going to attempt a rebuild with the new trading system in Madden 18, which is so much more difficult. Now, we're going to be using the Arizona Cardinals in today's video because I wanted this to be halfway possible to be able to have a good year and win the Super Bowl. So I was going to go in and randomly pick an 8-8 team, but I didn't realize the Cardinals were the only 8-8 team on the year from the past season. So I was just going to put it into a random generator and take all the average teams who went 8-8, but they're the only team that went 8-8, so it makes it easy on me. So we're going to be rebuilding the Arizona Cardinals, only using trades in season number 1 and seeing if we can somehow, some way bring them to the Super Bowl. So hopefully guys do enjoy today's rebuild, and if you do, make sure to drop a big thumbs up. Let me know if as soon as they do fix the trading system in Madden, if you want me to bring the speed rebuilds back to the channel. And I also have another idea pretty cool, just like speed rebuilds, but kind of based around something else. If you want to see a new speed rebuild type series on the channel with collabs from other YouTubers, let me know in the comment section below. But with that said, let's jump into today's rebuild and create an incredible team, a Super Bowl caliber team from pretty much nothing, because it's almost impossible to trade because John White doesn't like us. So looking at the starting team, let's see what we need. We need a whole new offensive line. Offensive line, not good. Tight end, not really a priority, although I would like to have a good backup tight end. Probably need one or two more good receivers. Running back, we don't need a new running back. David Johnson, that's nice. We definitely do need a new starting quarterback because Carson Palmer, 82 overall, as solid as he can potentially be in real life, an 82 overall quarterback is not going to do it for you in a rebuild in Madden 18 simulations. Now on defense, we probably need one or two more middle linebackers. Could deal with Marcus Golden if we had to. You guys have to understand how hard this is going to be because I'm just going into trades blind. I might be completely overpaying for a player, but we just have to try. So this is probably going to take forever, but we're going to do the god dang thing. Probably don't need a new safety. Maybe one or two solid cornerbacks and maybe a completely revamped defensive line. Not sure how many positions I can actually trade for in today's video, but we're going to try to do the god dang thing and hopefully put together at least a pretty solid team. That just kills two birds with one stone. Now, I do want to show you if the trade does get accepted, the trade interest level screen does come up, but if the trade gets rejected, I'll show you in a second, it kicks you out of the screen. So especially if you're offering for multiple players and offer multiple players, it just makes it extremely annoying because number one, you don't know how close the trade is to going through. Number two, you have to completely re-add the players into the deal because it kicks you out of the screen. But anyways, I think this is a pretty solid deal, adding or killing two birds with one stone. We get a solid outside linebacker in Terrell Suggs, and of course the go-to Marshall Yanda. Disclaimer, I'm using every glitchy player possible to get in today's video because it's just hard. So we're going to do the goddamn thing and do whatever it takes to win the Super Bowl. But we do trade away Carson Palmer, our third string running back, and a 5th round draft pick to get two very solid players, which will help our team. And to show you guys what I am talking about, just for the heck of it, we'll throw in a 7th round draft pick and just try to get Jimmy Smith. And I'll show you what happens when you they reject the deal. Submit the offer. It says the Ravens have no interest in this trade offer, make a better offer, and it kicks you out. You have to completely redo the deal. So that's what I'm dealing with in today's video, but we're just, like I said, going to do the goddamn thing. We finally get ourselves our quarterback, Ben Roethlisberger, and the most annoying thing about this, which I can't show you now, was when I was trying to make this deal happen, even though they had the interest level green on Marcus Golden, even if the trade was rejected, it would say, the Pittsburgh Steelers have no interest in linebacker Marcus Golden. Obviously you do, or it wouldn't be green. So that's annoying when it kicked you out, but it does take, I tried just Marcus Golden in a second round draft pick, but that didn't work. It kicked it out, so I added in like a 5th string running back. That works. So for Marcus Golden, who's not going to start because we just got Terrell Suggs, second round draft pick from next year, and a 4th string running back for our quarterback of the rebuild, Ben Roethlisberger. There we go, my dudes. We get our right guard for the video, David DeCastro for Matt Barkley, a 4th string running back, and a 3rd round draft pick for next year. So a good bit of business. I was trying to get David DeCastro and Cameron Hayward, as we do need a new defensive line, out of one deal, but like I had no idea how close the deal was actually going through. I was trying a 1st round draft pick with another player they were interested in the deal, but it wasn't accepted. So we just settled on David DeCastro, which means our offensive line has already revamped a pretty good amount, getting Marshall Yanda and DeCastro. So finally we get the cornerback I've been going after, Josh Bynes, a 77 overall middle linebacker, a 3rd round draft pick, and our last string running back at this point, for a star 87 overall cornerback that will come to the team and help at the cornerback position. Wow. Did not expect it to be accepted, but it was. Filled 2 birds with 1 stone, trading Mike Uapati, Blaine Gabbert, and a 2nd round draft pick for a new right end, which we did need in Robert Ayers Jr., and another veteran cornerback in Brent Grimes, which does help in terms of depth at the cornerback position. Now we have 4 very solid cornerbacks, so we really don't have to worry about corner anymore. Did not expect that to get accepted, but it did. So I know Luke Kuechly's a guy we get a lot, but I've been like throwing some things around, and this just randomly got accepted. I tried this same deal with a 1st from next year. It wasn't accepted. I was like, what the heck? Let me just try a 1st from this year, and there we go. I mean, I know Luke Kuechly, like I said, is a guy we get a lot, but god dang, a 98 overall in these circumstances, not knowing how close we are, I'll take it. That was a blind trade. Glad it was accepted. So we get ourselves a cheap little left tackle. I was trying everything, but nothing that worked that I thought was worth it would work for Donald Penn. So I was like, why not just try this last deal? And apparently this works. So it definitely seems like an overspend. But once again, I had no idea how close it was. The rosters have been updated, and I haven't done an actual rebuild in a long time, so I'm not sure if like some players' value has changed with the new update and the new roster updates and the new like actual game update. So I wasn't real sure if he was still super easy to get like he normally is, and that's another thing that you don't know about like certain players' values now because you can't tell. But I say that to say that Donald Penn, 87 overall, is going to be our new left tackle. Okay, so this might very well be an overspend, and yes, it is. I had no idea if Jonathan Hankins was like an impossible player to get, although he is an 84. He's a player we don't normally see a lot. Now, I was trying to stray away from like the Cameron Wakes and everything, so we needed the new defensive end, but I just spent a lot. But I mean, at least that helps the team. Well, didn't expect that one to get accepted either. We need a new right tackle, so we'll get Joe Staley, convert him to right tackle. All we had to do was offer our 79 overall, like 35-year-old middle linebacker, a like 5th string corner, and a 5th round draft pick from next year. Once again, I had no idea this was going to be accepted, but hey, life's wild. Finally. So the only team interested in this right guard was the Steelers, so we traded him, Drew Stanton, and a 6th round draft pick and get a 1st round draft pick in return. Not bad business. Wow. Did not actually expect this one to be accepted, but it was. Pretty crazy. So we get Amari Cooper, a player we don't normally see on the channel. Like, I thought he was going to be impossible to get, and I had no idea. I just tried a deal before that where I offered 3 players, didn't get accepted. So I was like, why not take out one of the players on a 1st round draft pick, and it was accepted. So Amari Cooper, not a player you see a lot in rebuilds because he's pretty hard to get. We do offer a lot in return, but at the same time, I'm trying to get new players that you don't normally see a lot, although we've already seen a lot of the normal players like Marshall Yanda, etc. But at the same time, like, I have no idea how close the trades are. But doing the dang thing, getting a good receiver nonetheless. So we get our 3rd and probably final receiver of the rebuild. We get Marvin Jones for Budda Baker and a 1st round draft pick from next year. So we don't have really any draft picks left, but we only have probably a couple more positions we do need to upgrade. So hopefully we can do the dang thing and find a way to make them happen, because I don't think there's any more players left that like teams want, but we'll try. I just needed a player to play at center, so we get Richie Incognito for John Brown, our center who nobody in the NFL wanted, and a 6th round draft pick from next year. I really don't think there's anything else we can trade away. Finally, somehow, some way, dog, I've been trying to get these draft picks for forever, at least 20-25 minutes. We had a 5th from next year, a left tackle is the 70 overall, and a 74 overall wide receiver. I think it's J.J. Nelson for a 3rd round draft pick. The last thing I think we need is actually a defensive tackle, so we're trying our best to find some half-decent defensive tackle out there. Wow. We get a 93 overall Damon Harrison Sr. I honestly, God, had no idea that was going to go through for a right tackle, 70 overall, any third-round draft pick. That trade, dog, that is wild. So we went out and trimmed the roster size just a little bit because we need some backups and needed some money because we were down to $900K in cap hit. Now, we definitely need a backup quarterback because we don't currently have one. Gonna go with a pretty cheap one, though, so we don't have that much hit to our cap. And I've never seen this guy before, Mike. I've never seen him in connected franchise ever. We'll sign Mike. We have good depth at O-line, so we don't really need O-line. We only have 2 running backs, though, so I'm going to sign a backup running back as well. Get somebody probably for under $1 million or just over $1 million. Let's go with Daniel Herron. He's $1 million. Sign him. Why not? And then on defense, I think all we really need is a free safety because we have 1 free safety on the team. So why not sign somebody, I don't know, somebody that's under $1 million as well. Chris Prazinski, the veteran free safety. If we have enough, do we have enough in our cap to sign a good tight end? There's a lot of good tight ends out there. Do we have enough here? Nah, just not enough. How about Jacob Tammy? We can't sign Jacob Tammy either. How about Larry Donnell? We can sign him. Actually, this guy's younger and better. Gavin Escobar. Sign him to the team. We have a better backup tight end now. And guys, I think that is it. I think we have currently rebuilt this team to the best of our ability, and that's not bad at all. Some talented running backs, talented receiver, a veteran but good O-line. Tight ends a little lackluster, but we're okay there. Defensively, pretty talented across the board. Got some solid veteran cornerbacks, a good defensive line, and I think we are set. Let me know your prediction for our team in the comment section below. I think we should be making the playoffs. I'm going to say 12-4. And I think that's not bad whatsoever considering the beginning state of this team. Let's just do the goddamn thing, boys, and see if we can actually bring this team to the Super Bowl with this new dumb AIDS trading system. We do make the playoffs by the skin of our teeth at 10-6. So I'm not sure how this team would have done in the simulation by itself. But in terms of their real life record, we only improved them by 2 games. I thought this team was going to be better than that. I don't know why we struggled so mightily to get more wins than that. But I guess we had to do the goddamn thing. We didn't win the division. Keep in mind, we do have a pretty tough division with the Seahawks and Rams. That might have had something to do with it. But I'm kind of disappointed. So let's check the stats, see how the team did. 5th best offense in the NFL. And defense, we had the 15th. So our defense sucked. Don't know why our defense was that bad. Do we have anybody in the top 10 of the MVP race? And no, we didn't. So Big Ben apparently didn't have that great of a year. 10th most passing yards in the NFL. 36 touchdowns, 13 picks. Our O-line had 50 sacks. Why did we give up 50 sacks? Why was our O-line so bad? O-line should have been better than that. David Johnson, not even that. That's a good year, obviously, but in terms of a rebuild, he should have done better. 1,400 yards, 9 touchdowns. That's really good, but I've seen running backs run for 20 touchdowns and 1,900, 2,000 yards. But Adrian Peterson as a backup had 11 touchdowns, so he did good. I guess 4.7 yards per carry. That's actually really good, so just forget what I said. Receiving yard-wise, we only had 1 receiver eclipse 1,000 yards, 1,100, 11 touchdowns through the air. Defensively, we had Luke Kuechly lead us with 113 tackles, and in total, 11.5 sacks with Chandler Jones and Robert Ayers Jr. with 11 as well. Still don't know how that defense did that bad. But also, EA Sports. 10 minutes later, last thing I do want to check is to see if anybody stands out in terms of record. I'm surprised the Rams only got 3 wins. I just now realized the Cowboys, of all teams, had the best record in the NFL. Jags, good season. Anybody stand out? Lions a good year as well. Eagles didn't do that well, but still did make the playoffs. And the worst record in the NFL goes to the Browns. Not surprising in the slightest. So now, we have to see if my team can do the goddamn thing. We only went 10-6, but that does not mean we're out of it. Having to travel to Atlanta to take on the Falcons. Can we please at least make it into the next round? And